Hey friends, I'm so glad you're back. If you like to listen to glitches in the Matrix, strange encounters, and other unusual or scary content, well, you found the right channel, 'cause that's what we do. You can subscribe if you want. Thanks. First glitch. Last week on my way to work, something happened that I can't forget. I almost died. I always ride my bike to work. I take the same path past the market through Butcher Street and then cross Green Horse Avenue near the theater. That day, I was in a rush and was pedaling faster than usual. As I was about to cross Green Horse Avenue, a big truck was coming right at me. It wasn't stopping, and I was sure I was going to be hit. I heard its loud horn, and everything went dark for a second. But then, suddenly, I was a bit behind where I was before, safe, with the truck stopping way ahead of me. It felt like I had moved back in time. I couldn't believe what happened. I remembered almost getting hit, but now I was fine. At lunch, I told my friend Douglas about it. He said, "Maybe it's one of those weird things where we switch between different realities when something bad almost happens." His idea sounded crazy, but it made more sense than thinking I had just imagined it all. He's the one who told me about this site, and that's why I'm writing this. I want to know if anyone else has had a similar experience. Next glitch. I was at the flea market that takes place every first Saturday of the month in my town. Enjoying the sunny morning, I saw this elderly man drop a glass bottle. It shattered loudly, drawing attention. Everyone, including me, turned to look at him. Murmuring apologies, he quickly slipped away through the crowd, probably embarrassed. I felt a bit sorry for him. I turned back and nearly yelped in surprise as the same old man was standing not 2 feet away from me, holding the same glass bottle, intact and unbroken. I looked at the place where the glass shards were just moments ago. It was spotless, devoid of any sign a bottle had shattered there. The guy walked past me and threw me what I still think was a knowing look, like we shared a secret. Or maybe I was reading too much into it. I was too shocked to say anything, and he disappeared into the crowd. I still don't know what happened that day. Next glitch. So this happened, but you might not believe me, as it sounds like a scene from some comedy movie or something. But I thought I'd share it anyway because it fits the theme of this channel. You see, Sundays are all about football for me. As usual, I was on my living room sofa, a bowl of popcorn, and a drink in reach. Halfway through the game, a knock on the door interrupted a pivotal play. I opened the door to find a tall man with curly red hair, grinning from ear to ear, who enthusiastically exclaimed, "Congratulations!" I had no idea who he was and what he was talking about, so I asked for some context. Without a word, he handed me my own driver's license, the one I'd lost a year ago, along with an oversized neon green pen, then bid me farewell with an energetic wave and sprinted off down the street. As you can imagine, I was completely confused. I thought it was probably just a funny guy who had found my old license and decided to return it in a weird way. Shaking my head at the funny encounter, I returned to my game. Just as I was getting back into the rhythm and cheering for my team, the camera made a sweeping pan across the stadium. My heart skipped a beat. There was the same guy that had just been here, larger than life on the Jumbotron, proudly displaying that same huge green pen. Most of the time, I'm a skeptic, but this was too much. I can't find an explanation for this that doesn't involve spending a lot of money and time to pull off a prank. I'm still trying to figure out how this happened. Next glitch. I had what I think can be called a glitch happen one day while doing laundry in my apartment's basement. I had 2 loads to wash. After loading the first one into the machine and setting it for a 45-minute cycle, I set a timer for 45 minutes on my watch. I then went back upstairs to collect the second batch of clothes, to get them out of my room because I wanted to clean my room while the first load was being washed. When I returned to the basement, I was shocked to find that the first load was done, but not only had the washing machine come to a stop, my clothes were neatly folded on the counter next to it, and of course completely dry. Puzzled, I checked my watch. Only 4 minutes of the timer had elapsed. The whole situation was beyond comprehension. When I explained it to my roommate, he just laughed and said I must have been mistaken about the time, or that I should try and figure out how it happened so I can make millions with this amazing 4-minute wash-dry-iron cycle. Next glitch. I was living in a small apartment near Sydney, with no other buildings that could obstruct my view of the sky. I remember this one time. I was standing on my balcony, looking up at the night sky, when all of a sudden, every single star went out, as if some cosmic light switch had been flicked. At the same time, I felt an overwhelming sense of dread. After a second or two, they all came back, twinkling as if nothing had happened. I stood there, frozen in disbelief and starting to feel better already. I still can't find a logical explanation for that event. Let me be clear. It wasn't a cloud, as they all just turned off at the same time. It feels like it was some blip in the system that I wasn't supposed to observe. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, why not subscribe or hit the like button? It helps a lot. Thank you.